Hello, I am Kevin Perjurer, and welcome to the first video in my new series, Defunctland, where I will be creating my very own amusement park using attractions that are no longer operating. For background/context on this series, please visit thepurge.com with the link below. Today we will be attempting to resurrect Disney World's past attraction, ExtraTERRORestrial Alien Encounter. This show found
generative AI is what should be hated. The other forms of it, I disagree. I think all AI should be loved and embraced in every capacity.
Exclusively in Magic Kingdom's Tomorrowland from 1994 to 2003, has a long and fascinating backstory.
With no limits.
So let's get right into it. When Michael Eisner became the CEO of Disney in 1984, he wanted to be more personal than the company's past executives. He attempted to do this by beginning his transition with a tour of Disney's parks. He invited his teenage son, Breck, to come along with him. After a tour of Disneyland, Breck expressed the sentiment that the park lacked a cool factor. This worried Eisner, and he began conducting exit surveys to determine if the parks were failing teenagers. The consensus was that Disney lacked thrill rides, but instead of going the typical approach of adding roller coasters, he decided that he wanted to add exciting and intense shows to the parks. This is when the George Lucas that everyone loves, not the George Lucas that everyone hates, entered the picture. He began collaborating with Eisner to add attractions like
Keep in mind, this is a 9-year-old video.
Star Tours and the Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular. This gave Eisner the idea to incorporate another sci-fi movie into the parks, Ridley Scott's Alien. Because I know when I think of Disney, I think of this. It's safe to say that this was an unorthodox choice for an attraction at a Disney park. The concept was, believe it or not, more terrifying than the theme. The Alien ride was to be like Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger spin, but instead of shooting laser beams at Zurg, you're in pitch black darkness shooting shotguns at murderous aliens. The head Imagineers were appalled by the idea, and they convinced Eisner that this would be a horrific addition to Tomorrowland. This angered him, but he decided to give up on the ride.
Weiss! Let me see a picture of Farquaad.
However, a small group of young Imagineers
Markiplier that
weren't ready to let the idea go, and they found a solid excuse to pitch it again. An attraction called Mission to Mars was in dire need.
The aliens are known as xenomorphs. Really? That does sound familiar. Yeah, xenomorphs.
Of retooling.
I think so, yeah.
Mission to Mars opened in 1975, replacing the similar attraction Flight to the Moon. Flight to the Moon, originally named Rocket to the Moon, was one of the original Disneyland attractions, and all three variations of the show were very basic. Guests would enter the theater, which had a circular design with screens on the floor and the ceiling, simulating a trip to outer space. By the 1990s, it was viewed by guests as quite boring. The new Imagineers hoped that they could replace Mission to Mars with a show starring Xenomorph, the alien from Alien. Eisner loved the idea, but the head Imagineers did not. The head Imagineers decided to
He keeps portraying them as Disney villains.
Go to George Lucas, who agreed that Alien was not a good fit for the park, although it could have just been the fact that he was jealous of the film's success. You know, he gets like that sometimes.
There's no way to know what's going to happen. You know, we're never going to beat Titanic. Nobody can.
So Lucas convinced Eisner that he should drop the Alien tie-in and make the attraction less frightening. Eisner told the small team of Imagineers to continue with the attraction with the help of Lucas, but without the use of the franchise. This original attraction would be called ExtraTERRORestrial Alien Encounter. In 1994, test audiences experienced the show for the first time, and they were horrified. Many complained that it was too scary, but Eisner didn't agree. He was concerned that small flaws in the show, such as plot points and timing, were holding it back from being as scary as it could be. The attraction closed after a few weeks of testing for adjustments, but Eisner essentially gave up on—
it's called ExtraTERRORestrial. Of course it's going to be scary. Idiots.
The project 6 months into the retooling for unknown reasons.
That's the point.
Nevertheless, he allowed extraterrestrial alien encounter to open.
Scott, the Magic Kingdom has a whole new land for you to visit. It's the all-new Tomorrowland. Hold on to your seat as Scott gets set for a chilling visit with an extraterrestrial.
Fear not, people of the future. We are simply visitors from your past. We are friendly. Hi. And we come looking for scary attractions. We do.
I'm
The 90s were such a simple time. Jesus.
this when Disney World promos were hosted by drunk dads instead of annoying kids.
Hi, where are you
Yeah.
from?
London, England.
All right, so you are an alien. Yes.
Man, this guy is trashed.
I know you're all a little nervous, but I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. No, it's all right. So just this is part of the chair. Hopefully.
Oh, okay. This might, if you have epilepsy, just look away. I don't want to hurt you.
All right, everybody, here comes Mr. Alien.
Yeah, I think it's fine. Oh,
This is not good. I mean, it's great, but it's not good. There's something loose in here. It's over there. Sorry, it's over there. No, I'm not going to tell you what happened. But you don't want to miss it, because it's not going to miss you. Anybody seen my shoe?
So, let's sign out green cum. I need a time machine.
So the attraction was broken into 3 parts. Guests enter the Tomorrowland Interplanetary Convention Center, greeted by a video showcasing some upcoming showcases at the center. These are quite humorous. Mission to Mars, History or Hoax, referencing the previous attraction Mission to Mars while also taking a shot at NASA truthers. Championship Pet Show, with the tagline, because when it comes to your space pet, what goes down must not come up. And the Walt Disney Company's Pan-Galactic Stockholders Meeting. Then XS Tech is introduced as the current holder of the convention space. The video has an introduction by the company's president, L.C. Clench, portrayed by Jeffrey Jones. That detail becomes quite important later.
After all,
if something can't be done with excess, then it shouldn't be done at all.
This video is quite eerie, and white noise is pumped into the room to add to the effect. The next area is a demo hosted by a robot named Sir, short for Simulated Intelligence Robotic. He shows the audience an example of
It's
XSX's teleportation technology, the focus of the main show they are about to see.
No, you may not get out. You're our lucky volunteer.
During the 6 months in between the soft open and the grand opening, some parts of the pre-show were tweaked to be more sinister in an attempt to scare children away before the real horror. This is most likely done in this section. Sir decides to test the technology on a cute alien named Skippy. Sir tells Skippy that he is going to teleport him across the room. This has some pretty gruesome results.
Phase 1 of the process has begun. Disintegration into molecular components. And here's the little skipper now. Oh, shut up, Scruffy. You're not burned. You've just got a healthy glow.
Now comes time for the main show, which is difficult to describe. Special restraints were added to the Mission to Mars seats that enhance the experience. The restraints lower and a video begins on the screen attached to the walls around the room. 2 XS Tech employees begin to introduce the demonstration, but are interrupted by Clench, still voiced by Jeffrey Jones, still important later, who claims that he doesn't want to teleport someone in the audience, but instead himself.
Yes, very.
Hello, everyone.
Or
I
Skippy.
recalculated our
No, he's
plan.
fine.
You
He's
see,
just a little
if
crispy.
we bring one of you here, well, just get to meet one of you. However, if I'm teleported to Earth, I can meet all of you, shake each hand, and personally answer all your questions about the wonders of excess. I'll be with you in just a
Barely
moment.
understand a word he's saying.
Prepare yourselves for an unforgettable encounter.
During the process, however, a mistake is made, and an alien from a foreign planet is transported into the room instead. The alien breaks out of the teleportation tube, and the power surge causes the lights to go black. Certain special effects enhance the attraction's experience. For one, each chair is surrounded sound speakers that assist in visualizing the location of the alien in the dark. Also, water is misted on the audience to simulate the creature's saliva, or excess blood, as he eats the employees. The final main show has some more changes that weren't in the original version. For instance, many audiences didn't realize that the alien had the ability to fly, so dialogue was added to make it more clear.
Spinlock, since when does Clench have wings?
Wink.
Also, Eisner noticed that the audience was screaming over integral plot details, so the ride's pace was changed and this line was added.
People of Earth, quiet! Listen to me, please! Don't scream! If you remain perfectly quiet, it probably won't eat you.
The experience ends with the alien being captured, appearing in...
We're trying to refine it for a live audience. Like, of course, people would be screaming, and nobody can hear the dialogue. That would be so annoying. You wouldn't get the full experience. One thing I hate in video games is accidentally skipping dialogue. You know how sometimes characters will talk to you while you're walking? And then when you walk to a certain point, it cuts off and starts a cutscene? I hate that so much. That's why I walk slow all the time, or just wait until the dialogue's finished before proceeding. Because I don't want to miss anything, you know?
The tube one final time before the shield's barricaded in. The house lights come on and guests exit the area. And that was Extraterrestrial Alien Encounter. So what is there now? Well, in 2004, it was replaced by Stitch's Great Escape, essentially a kid-friendly version of Alien Encounter. Instead of the alien licking you and eating people, Stitch burps in your face. Many fans of Alien Encounter despised this ride, and it never became truly popular among anyone. In fact, in September 2016, it was announced that the attraction would become seasonal only, as opposed to daily as it had been for 12 years. So why was it closed? Well, no one really knows, but there are some good guesses out there. Most obviously, the experience was absolutely terrifying, and many guests complained that it was inappropriate for the Magic Kingdom. Also, Lilo and Stitch was a huge hit in 2002, so the change makes sense from a marketing standpoint when you consider that Alien Encounter didn't have a movie tie-in, and there had recently been a welcome addition of a cartoon alien to Disney's character lineup. Perhaps the most interesting reason for its closure is Jeffrey Jones. Yes, now that is important. He stars in the footage throughout the attraction as Clench. In 2002, 1 year before Alien Encounter's closure, Jones was arrested for child pornography and luring and photographing an underage boy. This is a...
Oh my god! That got dark. Wow. Wow. Okay.
Huge no-no for Disney. They don't like to be involved with sex offenders, and I don't blame them. This is speculated as one of the reasons Alien Encounter was nixed. So that is the history of Extraterrestrial Alien Encounter. Click on the link below if you're interested in learning where the remains of Alien Encounter are today, how I'm going to get them back, and where I will place it in Defunctland. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe.
So, Defunctland is this guy's amusement park made out of abandoned rides and attractions. And I've been following it for years. I haven't watched every video, but it's always been so interesting to see this project. And I hope to see it come to fruition one day. There was a second video. on this topic. Conspiracies, so this is in the
Welcome to the new
extra
Tomorrowland
bit of
Convention Center in the
info.
Magic Kingdom, where humans can enjoy their first taste of the future, as well as advanced extraterrestrial technology. Today, guests are exploring the concept of teleportation, the ability to transmit solid matter or living creatures across the endless void of space.
Let's... Oh god, I hope I know... What's wrong with my internet?
As the seat restraints lock into place and the power generators are activated by anxious extraterrestrials, these happy humans are about to discover a
Is the audio
disturbing
okay?
truth.
It's kind of quiet
When
for me.
science fiction becomes science fact, the results could be terrifying.
Audio's alright? Okay.
Alien Encounter opens at Walt Disney World summer 1995.
Hey there, my name is Noah, and welcome to Debunkedland. In this series, my team and I will be investigating some of the biggest rumors surrounding your favorite theme park attractions. To kick off this series, we'll be starting with a fan favorite, Extraterrestrial Alien Encounter. Officially opening at the Magic Kingdom in Walt Disney World on June 20th, 1995,
Just had to make sure it was the same channel.
The classic Theater in the Round show Mission to Mars was something far more sinister. Since its closure in 2003, it has become one of the most talked about theme park attractions of all time, so naturally, it would spark a few rumors.
I still don't... Like, I'm pretty sure there was a version of it that had the xenomorph, right? At one point? Or did it not?
Today's questions are, did Disney use real-life alien abductees to promote the attraction? Was the technician with a flashlight during the main show a real cast member? And did the star animatronic extraterrestrial make its way into an attraction at Tokyo Disney Sea? First up, did Disney use real-life alien abductees to promote the attraction? On various message boards and websites, fans seem to recall that Disney produced an hour-long documentary focused on UFO sightings, alien abductions, and government conspiracies. Did something like this really air, or was it some sort of ultra-niche Mandela effect? Believe it or not, this rumor is true.
Hello, I'm Michael Eisner, head of the Walt Disney Company. In a top-secret military installation somewhere in the United States, there are those who believe that the government is hiding the remains of an alien spacecraft that mysteriously crashed to Earth. With more and more scientific evidence of alien encounters and UFO sightings, the idea of creatures from another planet might not be as far-fetched as we once thought. In fact,
I miss old Disney so much.
could have the next alien encounter.
See how much
Tonight's
aura
special, I'm going to walk over and see if I can sneak a
this
peek.
one video has.
Maybe not.
In the spring of 1995, a few months before Alien Encounter would open at the Magic Kingdom, Disney released this documentary. It aired in only 5 US cities for one night only, with no promotional material leading to its release. It was created by Disney to market the new attraction in the weirdest way possible.
And it has a dramatic effect on families. Debbie and Terry know firsthand. Both are ongoing abductees with deep concerns about the chilling connections between aliens and their children.
I thought this was mental illness. Then my son started speaking about little airmen coming into his room and taking us up, and there was even one point where he said, "They took blood out of you, Mama."
Alien Encounter is only mentioned a few times throughout the 43-minute film, with a long sequence promoting it at the end. Even though it had an extremely limited run, it caused outrage among viewers for seemingly treating the conspiracies as fact. From Disney's perspective, they were expanding the theming outside the parks, but many parents were worried that the theories were harmful to their children's developing minds, and that Disney should have included a disclaimer or facts from real scientists. For this reason, it never aired again and was considered a piece of lost media until it resurfaced online a few years ago. Many UFO theorists have latched onto the film as proof of a government cover-up, and that Disney was censored and the film destroyed for attempting to expose the truth about aliens. In reality, it was only a misguided ad campaign for the new attraction. Next up, was the excess technician wielding a flashlight above guests a live cast member? Extraterrestrial Alien Encounter used many state-of-the-art tricks and effects to pull off its elaborate
New Mexico,
show.
even
To
though
this day,
it
many
is
argue
an
over a
absolute
variety
tourist
of
trap.
mechanics of the ride, such as Skippy's teleportation scene and the shattered.
Roswell's just so... It's so overblown.
Glass effect. Of all these, none has sparked more debate than the flashlight effect seen during the main show. In one of the more gruesome parts of the attraction, a technician walks on a catwalk above guests in an attempt to fix the broken teleporter. He shines a flashlight around the audience as he makes his way down the catwalk, and his night vision goggles are projected on the screens just as he comes face to face with the alien. He is then killed and eaten by the monster. The question is whether this was a clever effect or an actual cast member. Supporters of the former claim that the flashlight is merely a light attached to a robotic arm, programmed to shine the light to give the illusion of a technician walking along the catwalk. Supporters of this theory are quick to point out how needless the position would be for a cast member to shine the light every single show in both theaters. Well, that's exactly what they did. This rumor is absolutely true.
Hello? Hey! Hello? Is everybody all right down there?
Stationed in a room right outside the main theater, a single cast member would enter onto the catwalk at their cue. Using a helmet fixed with LEDs to get around, the cast member would shine their flashlight and the pre-recorded audio would supplement their lines right before their own personal alien encounter.
This is all...
Supposedly, a few cast members lost grip of their flashlight.
This is what people really want in virtual reality, like a true 4D experience. We might be a few years before that becomes real.
And it plunged into the middle of the theater. Cast members have remarked that this was usually a preferred position in the attraction to work, as it meant spending the majority of your time backstage waiting for the signal. Considering the alternative cast member positions, I can see the appeal. And finally, our last question, did the alien from Alien Encounter end up in Tokyo Disneysea? One thing I've always found most fascinating about Disney attractions are the way in which they reuse defunct assets. One of the most well-known examples of this is the utilization of the America Sings animatronics in Splash Mountain at Disneyland. Reusing animatronics makes more sense than discarding them, especially for the more advanced models, such as the main alien animatronics from ExtraTERROrestrial. Maybe one of these two large animatronics was repurposed and sent to another attraction, in Japan. On September 4th, 2001, Tokyo Disneysea opened to the public. The second park to grace Tokyo Disneyland Resort, this park had a killer budget that resulted in some of the most high-tech rides in Disney park history. One of the most popular attractions
because you
made
can
its
do whatever
debut
you
on
want in
opening
Japan.
day. Journey to
But in America, we don't get the cool stuff that they get.
the center of the Earth. This ride borrowed the slot car ride system used in Epcot's test track, and later in California Adventure's Radiator Springs Racers. Guests boarded steam-powered vehicles to take a tour through tunnels into the heart of the Earth. Traveling into the heart of Mysterious Island's volcano, guests ride straight into the nest of a lava beast that the vehicles narrowly avoid. If you've watched a ride through, or have been lucky enough to experience this attraction for yourself, you might have noticed that the lava monster looks familiar. It has a large insect-like body,
it's
pointy
literally the same
appendages,
thing.
and a gaping maw, similar to the main alien from ExtraTERROrestrial. It's difficult to see the similarities in old camcorder POVs, but the resemblance becomes much more clear if you compare it to the promotional materials and toys of the Alien Encounter monster. This rumor was actually spread by Kevin on the Defunctland website a while back, and while it would be great if we were still able to see the extraterrestrial itself, the lava
it's not
monster
the same.
is not it, meaning that this rumor is debunked.
Oh, wow.
It all comes down to dates.
It looks
Journey
similar
to the Center
at
of the
first.
Earth opened in September of 2001, and ExtraTERROrestrial didn't close until October of 2003. Though undoubtedly the lava beast was heavily inspired by, and may have pulled assets from the design of ExtraTERROrestrial's Alien, this isn't a clever reskin. That wraps up this episode of Debunkedland.
So we don't know where
things
the
up on ExtraTERROrestrial
alien is
Encounter.
at.
Do you have any rumors, conspiracies,
Did
or
they just
leads about
throw it out?
popular attractions, living or dead, that you would like researched for Debunkedland? Comment below, and we'll look into it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Debunkedland.
Yeah. Well, I love this project that he's working on, or this group is working on. Yeah, we have a lot of interesting videos. Something insane just happened.